Okay, everybody. Today in Town, I simply wanted to quickly mention the pool. You might have heard it in other stories. Now, when we were young, we lived at one end of a street, and my mother always had it in her mind because there was a house at the end of the street that had a swimming pool, a junior Olympic swimming pool. And she was like, by the time my brother Kent becomes 16, I want to be in that house or another house with a pool. And sure enough, by the time Kent was 15, we were in that house. So my mother, met her goal, and that was the house my mother spent the rest of her life in till the day she died. That was her house. And, it was great. I mean, back then in the early days when we joined the house, and my parents were still kind of a couple. My dad was doing the ad agency public relations thing. You were kind of in this Mad Men period, like the TV show, right? So they would have little parties by the pool every weekend. Little cookouts. They had a little, cabana cover out over the patio with like a little bar set up and the barbecue and everything, and they would have all their friends over and they would have their parties. And then, of course, during the week, you know, the pool was neighborhood central, right? All the kids in the neighborhood. You feel hot and bothered, run on over and jump in the pool. That was the name of the game. That's what everybody did. So it was like, party central for many, many years. We had a box out there with a phone in it, so everybody could always hear the phone ring. If you're out by the pool, go and answer it. Talk to whoever you needed to. There was electricity out there, so you could fire up a blender, radio, whatever you needed. There were lights in the pool. You had the shuffleboard court that was lit up, a diving board, everything. And, I look back at the home movies and see everybody in their little, floating lounge chairs and sitting around the pool in their chases, sunning and sipping on their drinks, doing all their stuff. And it was just a, it was just a crazy little period, And when I think of that, I think of the Mad Men, in my parents' case, because they hosted parties all the time back then, pool parties as well as just in the house parties. They were party people. That was the way it went. And for me, it was pretty much, all the kids just coming over and spending hours and hours in the pool all week long after school. And that was great too, So I enjoyed all of that. And my mother got what she wanted. And that pool was there, even though in the very end, I cursed that pool because I hated having to clean it and maintain it and swore that I would never have a pool as an adult myself, and I never have. That's all I'm going to say on pools because I never want to see one again. All right. Peace, everybody. Hang 10.